All right.
What's it like to go through this, given the Hall of Fame, and now to be a Ring of Famer here and get to fill a big?
It's a great honor, and this week has been really a time to reflect on my 4 years in Denver. You know, Canton was awesome, but you think about your time at Tennessee and Indianapolis. This week has been all about remembering my 4 years in Denver and kind of how it all came about. It was quite a ordeal, that free agency, that kind of frenzy, if you will, and it was so nice to make a decision, come out here, get settled, and go back to work. And like I said, I just couldn't have made a better decision, and it was an awesome 4-year run.
I mean, what does it mean to have an impact like this on a second franchise?
I'm extremely honored to have been a part of two organizations. To be a part of two world champion teams in two different organizations is a great honor to me. The Bolin family, John Elway, John Fox, they were awesome in the whole process. Everything they told me they were going to do, they did. You know, that's not always the case when you're recruiting somebody. And like I said, Broncos country is they're awesome.
John Fox wasn't able to be here in January for your Hall of Fame surprise. How cool is it?
Very cool to have Coach Fox here. He missed the ceremony out here in January, so I wanted him to be here today. He's going to present me my ring on the field. Coach Fox was a huge reason why I came here. There's no doubt about it, and so I wanted to pay my respects to him. I really appreciated his friendship.
When you watch, hey, Peyton, I know this has really been a surprise. So how's the experience been for Hall of Fame, Ring of Fame, all of it?
It's been great. I mean, you know, the chance to have, I mean, down there, you know, in Canton, I mean, you know, David Bruton, Ryan Clady, Von Miller, McManus, TJ Ward, all these guys just in one room with, you know, all my high school teammates and my Colts teammates. It's like if I could just put this moment right now and just in a time capsule and bottle this up, I would have made it last forever. So it was so special. It's hard for everybody to get together anymore. So anything that brings people together, I'm a fan of. And to me, that's been the greatest part. If you had to celebrate these things by yourself without the people that were a part of your football journey, it wouldn't be the same.
When you watch the Broncos now, are you analytical? Are you a fan? Are you emotional? How do you view the Broncos now that you don't have the uniform?
No, I'm still a fan. You know, and the fact that, you know, Vaughn and Brandon McManus were teammates of mine, right? You pull for guys that you know. I've known Coach Fangio since I was 12 years old, right? So I pull for him. I pull for people. So look, I'm a Broncos fan. I haven't missed a game, and you know we want to win. I'm disappointed when we don't win, but I'm all in. I'm all on board. So I've enjoyed being a fan and an ambassador at the same time. I think you can do both.
I heard you had something to do with that jacket, with the Ring of Famers. What do you think of it?
That's a trap question there. Right? So I like it.
Okay.
I might need to get the sleeves hemmed up a little bit here, but yeah, it's good looking. I am extremely honored to join this fraternity. Tom Jackson sent me a text this morning just saying, you know, welcome to the fraternity, and we're teammates again. And so it's every time I played here with the Colts, I was always looking up because there's a lot of Ring of Famers up there, right? It tells you how many great players they've had here. Steve Foley, Tom Jackson, Craig Morton. And so I'm very honored to join that list, and to go in with the same year as Coach Shanahan really means a lot.
Is Eli going to wear your jersey?
No, yeah, I'm done wearing Eli's jersey. I can promise you that. So I know I should have bet him on the Broncos-Giants game is what I should have done, but I'm not that smart.
What do you think of the likeness of yours?
It's pretty good. Like I said, yeah. I mean, I think the forehead is always the key thing. You want it to be accurate, right? So there's a lot of space there. There's a lot of room. You know, it's kind of the 35-year-old Peyton Manning, which I like, right? That's how old I was when I got here, right? I like that better than the 45-year-old, but it's well done. This is awesome. For the Broncos to do this today, this is not how they've done it in the past, in front of these fans, really makes this a special day. And then halftime is going to be awesome as well.
On a more serious note, it came out a couple of weeks ago that you might be interested in becoming part of management or ownership with this team. Where are you at?
Yeah,
with that long
yeah.
term?
Yeah, I haven't had any serious conversations with anyone. I mean, certainly there's some people that have called me to kind of say, hey, what do you think's going to happen with the Broncos? You know, are you going to, you know, try to own the team. I'm like, I keep looking for that $3 billion in my pocket. I can't find it. I think it's in a hidden account somewhere. So that's not really, on my radar. So look, people are obviously interested. They're curious. I care because I live here and I go to the games and I want to know what's going to happen like everybody else. And so, but I have no relationship or agreement with anybody. And even if I am offered an opportunity, I haven't decided whether I would even do it. I actually like what I'm doing now, right? I get to stay close to the game. But the one positive out of COVID is that you can actually broadcast a game remotely, right? I mean, I do it from my buddy's garage. Eli does it from his back house. I get to coach Marshall's flag football team. I went to a doubleheader softball game yesterday to see Mosey play. And if you're broadcasting, you can't do that, right? And so, and I still get to be a fan of the game. So I'm just taking everything, Mike, at a 1 year at a time basis, right? Next year, who knows how I feel. So, but I'll always be a part of the Broncos in some way. I'll say that.
Time for a few more for Peyton, guys.
As a flag football coach, I mean, what's your demeanor? What's your strategy? What's your scheme?
Yeah, so it's unique in the fact that most flag football teams have 10 kids on the team and you rotate and the parents aren't happy about their kids' playing time. We have 5 kids, 5 players, no substitutes. Parents are very happy. It's a sophisticated offense. I had to go out of town. Ashley and I went to Israel on a bucket list trip 2 weeks ago, and I had to miss the game. And so one of the dads said, hey, I'll fill in and coach for you. I said, I'm sorry, Rod. It's a very sophisticated offense. I don't think you're qualified. I'm bringing in my own coach. Brandon Stokely comes in and beats this team like 66-6 and is still throwing. I mean, if we get up, I have a little bit of respect. I kind of, back it down a little bit. Stokely's like, nope. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a letter from the league. So
the SNL skit is nothing like in real life.
A lot of parents were hesitant about letting their kid play on the team, right, Marshall? Right? So I think they realized though that was a skit, that was a spoof skit, and the parents in that skit wanted me to hit their kid in the face because they wanted their kid to get more airtime on TV. So I have a lot of fun. It's great father-son time, great with these kids, and it's another way to stay close to the game, Mark. To stay close to football and to have a little give back at the same time.
Hey, what is it like for you working with Eli on the broadcast? What do you enjoy about watching other quarterbacks in the league?
Eli and I haven't watched a football game together since 1993. I think when I was a fall of my senior year in high school, right? So for he and I to be able to watch football together, kind of as if we were at a bar hanging out, and the viewer kind of sits at the bar with us, and we talk football, and we don't analyze the 2nd and 1 running play that nobody really cares about, right? But if something good happens, maybe we talk about what the quarterback was looking at. The guests we've had on have been great. Now we're kind of going in a negative trend between Eli's double bird and Marshawn Lynch's F-bomb, so we got to get that fixed. But it's a fun way to stay close to the game. I pull for all these quarterbacks. I have no try to make it real positive, and so it's a fun thing to do.
Last one, Zach.
I think the fact that we still live here probably tells you it was the best decision. Moving is a pain. That was a major ordeal. Ashley moved from Indianapolis by herself. I was up here living at Mike Shanahan's house, rehabbing, and she moved up. So she basically said, this is a great place to live. Let's stay here after. And so I think that just speaks to more than just the football team. The entire city and state, the people have been great, and to have come somewhere and played 4 years and then moved back to somewhere else, it probably wouldn't have made it as special. So this is our home now, and certainly not what you expect is going to happen when you get drafted and you're playing for the Colts. I always thought I'd play for one team, but when it happened, I had to go find somewhere else to play. I sure did pick a good place.
Thank you very much,
So
Peyton.
thank y'all.